Very good evening, students. I find immense pleasure in introducing our speaker, Mr. Sankaran Narayan, who have been working as a faculty in various civil service sectors. And he had more than 6 years as a faculty in civil service coaching centers. So we are really thankful to him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to attend lecture is also an alumnus of the college. That is one of the main reasons why he cancelled all his work and was really ecstatic to his love for teaching or giving guidelines to the students was an inspiration to many. Mr. Sakranarayanan is always ready to render a helping hand to the student community to know about civil service. So he is going to give a lecture on to become a civil servant. So the presence of such a personality in a college, in this meeting before the probably for students, we hope that the students are able to seek a little guidance and to gather something from this class. So I request Mr. Sankaranarayanan to come and light lamp and enlighten the audience. This is a precious words as we begin the lecture. And I also welcome the professors and students from other departments to participate in this lecture. And I should extend my thanks to our college management uh, to give the permission to me to conduct such a lecture for giving the guidelines to the student community. So now I welcome our speaker of the day, Mr. Sankaran Narayanan. Over to Mr. Sankaran.
Hi, sir. Hi, students. Good evening, everyone. Sir, first of all, thank for Loyola management and my beloved professor, Dr. Xavier. So, for giving this right opportunity to present in front of you. So, on behalf of Loyola College, I wish you all a very great success in your life. Okay. So, hi, students. How are you? How is your life going?
Fine, sir.
Hello. Fine. Good. So, எல்லாருமே நல்லா இருப்பீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I think you all are familiar with both Tamil and English because in this lecture or this workshop, primarily I'm focusing on giving bilingual so that you will understand the essence of the workshop. So let me first present you a PPT and then I will come to a workshop here. Okay. I hope the screen is visible to you. Yes, yes. Yes, could you?
Yes.
Yes, okay, fine. So as my beloved professor Dr. Xavier has given a small introduction regarding me. So myself Shankaran Narayanan, a graduate in mechanical engineer, and I completed MA history in our college, Loyola College. I have cleared UGC NET in December 2019, and I am eligible to be assistant professor. Okay, so this is a small introduction regarding myself. So you look at this. Okay, you look at the images. You too can become an IPS officer. He is none other than our beloved Dr. Sailendra Babu IPS, one of the agile, one of the most determinant IPS officer of Tamil Nadu cadre. Even you would have watched his movies, his fitness videos in YouTube and also in Facebook. And the next one is, okay, most of the students from Tamil Nadu, they know who is she. She was one of the most caliber women IAS officer. Okay, Mrs. Amuda IAS, right from a small background, right from a small poor background. Okay, she was now one of the most successful IAS officers, and she was working with the central government. Okay, so she is directly reporting to the Prime Minister as of now. And next comes here, no, who is she? Who is she? She is none other than India's first IPS officer. Okay, Dr. Kiran Bedi. And most of the people, she left politics. She left even, she left as a retirement, and she was enrolled to politics. She was the lieutenant governor of Pondicherry. Last month she was given, a retirement. So they were all the civil servants. You see, he is also one of the most popular IPS officer, and now who was he? He is none other than India's security advisor, Ajit Doval. கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. Ajit Kumar Doval is the fifth and the current national security advisor to the Prime Minister. Okay, you see, there are so many instances. He is one of the greatest spy of all time. Okay, he was previously he was IPS officer, and previously he was the one who worked in RA, Research and Analysis Wing. Okay, he undergone so many projects inside and outside India, and he was remembered for the surgical strike in India, September 2016 surgical strike, and February 2019 Balakot airstrike across the border in Pakistan were conducted under the supervision of Ajit Doval. So the James Bond of India, he is a IPS officer. Okay, உங்களுக்கு ஐபிஎஸ் ஆஃபீஸர் அப்படின்னாலே காக்க காக்க சூர்யா, காக்க காக்க சூர்யா, சிங்கம் சூர்யா, ஓகே, சாமி விக்ரம் அப்படின்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. Okay, but the real officers நீங்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க. Okay, here comes the next as I said before, he was initially he started his life as a bank officer. Okay, he was a bank officer. He was an agricultural graduate, a bank officer. Okay, but his success is determined because he was the one famous for his perseverance. Dr. C. Sailendra Babu is an Indian police officer of 1987 batch belonging to the Tamil Nadu cadre. He is serving as the Director General of Police of the Railways, Tamil Nadu, and holding the additional charges of Tamil Nadu Fire and Rescue Services. He is one of the greatest, person. He is also the one who involved in the Veerappan project. Okay, there are two important police officers you need to remember. The Sandana Kadathal Veerappan. Okay, the first one is Dr. Sailendra Babu, and the next one is Mr. Vijay Kumar IPS. Okay, you can see the look, the dad determined, the police, the uniform. And as I said, Kiran Bedi IPS, and the man of simplicity today, Sagayam sir. You know Sagayam sir. Okay, he also many times Sagayam sir has visited our college. He has given great lectures. Okay, he is remembered for his bold decisions. In Madurai, we call it as one of the Madurai, Thuthukudi, Tirunelveli and all, where the politicians dominate in the scene. But irrespective of his life, okay, irrespective of the threat of his life, okay, he was able to bring so many scams to the public arena. So he is none other than Mr. Sagayam IAS. Okay, லஞ்சம் தவிர்த்து நெஞ்சம் நிமிர்த்து இந்த வார்த்தையை நீங்க தமிழ்நாட்டுல கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. Okay, so today we say that Union Public Service Commission, Union UPSC அப்படின்னும் பொழுது it is one of the most important, okay, one of the most important organ of the government which was preparing a true servant for the nations. Adula oru gem yarna Mr. Sagayam. You can see he is the people's hero. Okay, Sagayam famous for so many welfare related activities. Okay, so Sagayam is a senior IAS officer in Tamil Nadu who is widely known and appreciated for his anti-corruption activities. The sign on his office door reads, when you enter into Dr. Sagayam's office, you can see, okay, reject bribe, okay, hold your head high. Lanjam tavirthu ninjam nimirthu. The word itself will say who is Dr. Sagayam. In 2009, he created history by becoming the first IAS officer in Tamil Nadu to upload details of his assets on the district website. Could you able to imagine? Could you able to understand how transparent he was? Today, transparency and accountability are the two important areas. Every person, we need to remember this. He was the first IAS officer. Could you? Yeah, there are so many IAS officers who are all corrupt, but you can see the determinant. You can see the transparent and also accountability of Dr. Mr. Sagayam IAS. Okay, so here is another women. Today is the age of women. India glows because of women. IAS Dr. Aruna Sundar Rajan. Okay, in Kerala, she was so famous because today we know Kerala. We already know Kerala is one of the a state in the India which have a highest literary rate. Okay, so Kerala remembered for so many good welfare projects that it has created and it has popularized in the state. And please remember, Kerala is the country in India where you can see a perfect good governance, e-governance. E-governance is nothing but electronic governance. So Kerala excels in that. So the reason behind that excellency is because of IAS officer Aruna Sundar Rajan. She is best, was described by the Forbes magazine as an IAS officer who thinks like a businessman. Okay, you know about the Forbes magazine of United States of America. Okay, it mentions about an IAS officer from India. She's from Kerala. Okay, she's thinking like a businesswoman. Okay, she's the best known for her role during her tenure as it's a secretary in the state of Kerala. She also headed the Kudumbashree project. This project is current affairs. Okay, Kudumbashree project, still it is one of the most popular project. It's a community development project. Okay, in Tamil Nadu we call it as Suya Udavi Kurukal. Okay, in Kerala she started that Kudumbashree project, which is a female oriented community based poverty reduction project of the government of Kerala. And now it's a shining example of women empowerment for working class women. Please remember, she's an IAS officer and she is the one who was responsible for the policy making like the Kudumbashree project. So now I'm coming to you. Now you want to become a civil servant. I would have shown some examples, my dears. There are so many officers were all there. நிறைய officers, நிறைய அதிகாரிகள் இருக்காங்க. Okay, now you want to become a civil servant. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let us see the process. Tell me openly, how many of you know about civil service? Or how many of you know about UPSC or TNPSC? சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். How many of you know? Or how many of you aspire to become an IAS or IPS or whatever may be the officer? Would anyone? How many of you? Come on, my dears. You can just unmute and say, I need interaction, my dears. Don't worry, பயப்படாதீங்க. Come on. மூவில படம் பார்த்து நீங்க படம் பாக்குறீங்க, IAS IPS, இன்னும் அறம் படத்துல நயன்தாராவை பார்த்து அப்படியே வியக்குறீங்க. காக்கா காக்கா சூர்யாவை பார்த்து என்ன அறிந்தால் அஜித் பார்த்துலாம் மெய் மறந்து கை தட்டுறீங்க இல்லையா? ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு அது மாதிரிலாம் ஆகணும்னு தோணுது இல்லையா? எஸ் ஆர் நோ? My dears?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Yes. Okay, don't worry. I am your senior. Yes, so you can share it. Not at all an issue. Okay, so I am also I know Loyola alumni. Listen, my dears. Okay, so ரொம்ப simple. ரொம்ப simple. Sir, who can become an IAS officer? Or who can enroll into civil services? I will tell you. Sir, I am நான் நல்லாலாம் படிக்க மாட்டேன். I am not that much well educated intellectual, sir. Can I become a civil servant or can I become an IAS or IPS officer? Yes, of course. Definitely. Sir, I am poor. Can I become IAS officers? Yeah, there are so many instances where a poor has become an IAS officer. For example, there was a Baroda master. His name was Mr. Veerapandiyan IAS. Our beloved professor would have known him. This Veerapandiyan IAS, 8 attempts, he was failed. He was failed in preliminary examination. But the 9th attempt, he was a successful IAS officer. Okay, so poverty and all, you can keep you can keep ahead of, you can keep it over. So if you're a poor, definitely you can become an IAS officer or IPS officer. Sir, na edana sadhikanu sir, I want to do service for my country. Okay, can I become it? Yes, definitely. With the proper guidance, you can become an IAS officer or IPS officer. Sir, நான் யாருன்னா பழி வாங்கணும் சார். நான் என்னுடைய டேலண்ட்டை காமிக்கணும். என்னுடைய ஃபேமிலியை நிறைய பேர் பழி வாங்கியிருக்காங்க சார். நான்லாம் அவங்கள முன்னாடி வந்து நிக்கணும் சார். I have to come. I have to lift my prestige of my family. I should show my talent towards the society. I need a job where I should serve for people directly. Okay, and I should serve for my country directly. Okay, so I should rise my social prestige and family's prestige. So where can I shall go? It is none other than the civil services. Government அரசு வேலை அப்படின்னும் போது அரசு வேலையோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் என்னன்னா, அரசு வேலையிலே there are so many jobs were all there, even clerical jobs also there, but I'm not coming to say that. Okay, when you want to change the system, some people will think, sir, I want to change the system, sir. Okay, the system is corrupt, I want to change the system. I don't want to be the part of, though I am the part of the system, I want to change the system. Okay, even some small changes, sir, நான் போடுற ஒரு சைன்ல ஒருத்தனுடைய வாழ்க்கை மாறும் அப்படின்னா அந்த இடத்துக்கு நீங்க போகணும் இல்லையா? அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்திருப்பீங்க. ஈவன் சில பேர் உங்கள நிறைய பேர் என்ன நினைச்சிருப்பீங்க, ரைட் ஃப்ரம் யுவர் யங் ஏஜ், you would have watched so many Vijaykanth movie, so many Ajit movie, so many police officers movie. Okay, once you see the movie you will get inspired, right? So இந்த மாதிரிலாம் உங்களுக்குள்ளார இருக்கும். So for you are the people, right time, it is the right time and it is the right place, okay, to get into the civil services. So what is the civil services, sir? It comes under any civil engineering? No. Civil services is nothing but the public services. Sir, I am a politician, I am a civil servant. Yes, but there is a difference. A politician, you take a politician in a country like India. In a country like India, the country was a democratic country. Politicians are elected by the people. Okay, Jananayaga Murayila election மூலமா politicians will be recruited. Okay, politicians will be chosen. Whereas for civil services, okay, civil service is nothing but the public services. For the people services, there was an exam conducted by the Union Public Service Commission for central level, and there was an exam called TNPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, conducted by the state government. These two exams, the state service exams and also the central service exams, particularly when you want to become an IAS officer or IPS officer or IFS officer, you need to understand about UPSC. And if you want to become a state level officer like sub-collector, registrar, so you have to go for a DSP, you have to come for the TNPSC. Got it? So civil services is the backbone of Indian administration. Do you know the country today, India was a great country. India was a great civilization. Today our country population was 132 crore plus. Peoples were all there. Okay, do you know how many IAS officers or IPS officers present today? You know that there are, in Lok Sabha, so many MPs were all there. Okay, Rajya Sabha, so many MPs were all there. Okay, how many MPs in Lok Sabha and how many MPs in Rajya Sabha? Could anyone tell me? Come on. உங்களுடைய பொது அறிவை நான் கொஞ்சம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறேனே. Come on. Come on, my dears. தப்பா இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல. Tell me. Doing wrong itself not an issue, but learning from that wrong, that is the matters. Come on, how many Lok Sabha seats were all present? How many Rajya Sabha seats were all present? நீங்க சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Come on. அட ரஃபா சொல்லுங்களேன்ப்பா. Unmute and say. Unmute and say. Not an issue. No? யாரும் சொல்ல மாட்டீங்களா? Okay, fine. Okay, listen, my dears. Consider, yeah, it is 545 plus 250. Lok Sabha 545, Rajya Sabha 250. Okay, but please remember, for a country like India, do you know how many IAS officers or IPS officers totally present? Around some 4,500. You take one side, it was 1,000, that is 132 crores people. This 132 crores people were administered by 545 plus 250 MPs and also, okay, around some 4,500 civil service officers. Worldly, that is the reason, if you're in India, okay, that itself the most complicated one. Okay, ruling India is another most complicated one. Do you know there are, in India, the Indian civil service is the world's second civil services examination. Okay, I will come to a conclusion by saying that before independence, நம்மளுடைய நாடு சுதந்திரம் அடைஞ்சது இல்லையா, before independence, okay, so the civil services was present. It was the British India civil service examination. It was called ICS examination, Indian civil service examination. Those examinations were written by both Indians and also by British. But once India got independence, okay, our the first home minister, Dr. Shri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Okay, so he was the one who pioneered in creating the civil service exams. So that is the reason, okay, Dr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he was considered to be the father of Indian civil service. Okay, so this is it's a preliminary question also. In fact, okay, Dr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he was the father of Indian civil service examination. But what is this civil service examination? Okay, what you need to understand, my dears. Now you are in the stage, you are, most of you, you are in the first year. Okay, so first year of the college, there are certain protocols. If you want to pursue for civil service examination, minimum you need to have, you would have completed 21 age. Okay, at the same time you would have completed a degree and you would have completed 21 years. Okay, so once you complete 21 years, automatically you are eligible, okay, to go or write a civil service examination. Okay, so this civil service examination, coming to the point, I will make it so simple. This civil service examination, okay, UPSC na enna theriyumalla? Union Public Service Commission. What is UPSC? UPSC is nothing but Union Public Service Commission. This Union Public Service Commission has got, okay, it has conducting exams every year. Okay, it is conducting exams every year. So that it has how many, it has conducting exams for so many services, not only for IAS, IPS, IFS. Okay, so these three were all India services. In addition to all India services, it also conducting exam for central services like Indian Foreign Service, Indian Revenue Service, okay, Indian Customs and Excise Service. So these are all the most elite services in the country. Service in the sense, these are all A grade level officers. They were all recruiting grade A officers. That is the most, these officers. Okay, you cannot, for example, if you're working in a private, okay, if you're owner of your company or a manager of a company, you want to try to do some politics, and if that guy is kicking out, okay, you cannot do anything. But when you become an IAS officer, okay, none of them, they can even, none of them, they can able to kick out you. If you've done a mistake, there are certain protocols it will be followed to remove you. But the job security, the job security or the power what you have is incomparable. Got it? So this UPSC, it is a conducting examination. The most important examination is Indian Administrative Service. Most of you know that it is administrative service. Like you would have watched so many movies. Not only, so many movies they would have shown the power of IAS officer. Okay, and you would have watched the Indian Police Service, also the exam, IPS exam. Okay, Indian Forest Service. These exams were all India services. All India services in the sense, okay, if you are from Tamil Nadu, if you are selected for IAS officer, you are allowed to work anywhere in the country. Okay, you are allowed to work anywhere in the country based on your rank and also the cadre. Okay, so this is one of the most elite services you would be looking for, and also the central services were also many services. For example, Indian Postal Service, Indian Railway Service. Okay, these are all, railway service in the sense this is not a clerical level job. Okay, you will be the administrator. Okay, Indian Customs and Central Excise Services. You would have watched so many movies. So many officers, they will go for raid. You take Tamil Nadu, the political season was going on. Okay, so many people will go for where? Okay, they will go for a raid. Okay, recently some politicians houses were all raid, right? So these are all the officers. These are all the central level officers. Your role will be, okay, central level officers, where you will have a elite role. Okay, even you have a, okay, certain areas you will be given much of the designation. You can question whomever you want. யார வேணாலும் நீங்க question பண்ணலாம். So இந்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு நான் எப்படி ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும்? So coming to the point, the UPSC examination, if you want to pursue to UPSC, there are 3 levels you need to understand. How many levels? There are 3 levels of examination was there. So preliminary examination, mains examination, and also interview, mains and also interview examination. What are all the? Okay, it is what we call it as, first one is the preliminary examination, second one is the mains examination, third one is the interview examination. This preliminary examination, this preliminary examination which will have GS first paper and also GS second paper. Okay, so this is what I am going to tell in my next slide. So for UPSC, if you are preparing, if you are aspiring to become a, okay, IAS officer, you need to undergo training for what? UPSC examination. Okay, so this UPSC examination, it has got 3 levels: prelims, mains, and also interview. Okay. And if you take this educational qualification, that is what I said. Okay. So the aspirant must have a degree in any of the stream from any university centrally, that is UGC recognized university. The final year appearing aspirant also can apply for civil service examination. Even if you are a final year, once you become final year students also, you can start preparing. And now also you can start preparing for UPSC. Because now you people would have planned, actually, after completing my degree, I am going to give attempt. So you would have planned accordingly, I would have enrolled in a Loyola College. Okay. So for a number of attempts, there are so many attempts actually for general category. Okay. So the age limit is 32 years and attempt is 6 years. Okay, so these are all the things you will come to an understanding afterwards. For OBC candidates, the 35 up to 35 years you can write. Okay, you have 9 attempts. For SC/ST candidates. Okay, you have 37 years, and you can apply unlimited times, no limit for these candidates. You can see for the oppressed and depressed section. For SC and STs, the government has prescribed that. So 37 was the age, and you can attempt n number of times. For physically handicapped, okay, the age limit is 42, 45, and 47 years, and the number of attempts is 9 for general and OBC, and n number of attempt for SC and STs. You can see the government is giving so privileges for SC and STs. They are giving choice for them so that the SCs and STs can come up in the social ladder. So on the minimum age for the aspirant is it was 21. So this is the basic understanding you need to understand. So you are at the age of, probably your age would have 19 or 18. So once you complete your degree, okay, so you can have the qualification to write the UPSC examination. So what is the favorite thing you need to understand is, okay, you see the prelims, what I mentioned is, okay, the prelims examination, you can see, okay, it is totally 400 marks. Okay, you need to understand it is called GS first paper, okay, GS second paper. The GS second paper, please remember this prelims is one of the most toughest examination which you will undergo. Because, okay, around every year for this UPSC examination, around all over the India, over 9 lakh people will apply. Okay, the vacancy may be some 700. Overall, the vacancy may be some 700 to 800. Okay, final stage, the vacancy is 700 or 800. But how many people will enroll? 9 lakh people will enroll. Okay, it was in the preliminary examination. The people, okay, the UPSC, they will first scrutinize you. They will first screen you. They will filter you. Okay, so this exams, okay, so it is totally, the first paper is having 200 marks and the second paper is having 200 marks. Okay, for the second paper, you need to qualify minimum. This is what we call it as CSAT. Okay, people, you know about CSAT. CSAT is nothing but, okay, so civil service aptitude test is called CSAT. So the CSAT is just a 200 marks, but in the 200 marks, you need to take 33% of mark. Around some 67 marks you have to take. Okay, so if you take 67 marks, you are eligible in the paper 2. Okay, but paper 1, the government, especially the UPSC, it will based on the merit. Okay, so many people will write, they will have a cutoff. So based on the cutoff, you will be selected. So once if you are selected for the preliminary examination, every year, okay, for the preliminary examination, the 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs people will apply for the preliminary examination. The people who get selected every year for the preliminary examination is around some 10,000 to 5,000. 5,000 to 10,000 people will be getting selected for the mains examination. So the next one is mains examination. Got it? So the mains examination, this is where you need to give full of your work, because the mains examination is having 9 papers, not 1 papers or 2 papers, 9 papers. So in this 9 papers, the paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. Okay, so you will have an optional subject. Okay, once you complete your degree, okay, you will come to an understanding. So please remember that the UPSC is conducting a mains examination. The mains examination is a descriptive type, whereas the preliminary examination is an objective type. Do you know what is the difference between descriptive and objective? Descriptive type is nothing but you have to write like an essay. 10 mark, 15 mark will be there. Okay, whereas the objective type is nothing but it is like a choose the following, right? Okay, so choose the following. Okay, which of the following is correct or wrong? So this is the way how they will conduct. And finally, you can see for mains, totally, totally 2025 marks. The mains examination will have 1,750 marks. Okay, and finally, interview stage will be there. Once the people who are selected for mains, They will go for interview. So the interview or the personality test, okay, they will conduct 275 marks. So basically, my dears, out of the 2025 marks, the people generally all India rank, they will score right from 900 to 1000. Okay, this is the mark where even the first rankers will get this. So you can conclude that there was examination called UPSC examination. It is the second toughest civil service examination in the world. Okay, because if you have the dare determinants, if you are if you have gut enough to face this exam, please remember at the age of 21 you are giving an attempt. At the age of 22, okay, you are becoming the district collector. You remember at the age of 22, okay, at the age of 22, the government is giving a responsibility to you. Okay, what is the responsibility? You think at the age of 22, you're enjoying like, right? Okay, other people's what they will do, they will enjoy their life like anything. But you think at the age of 22, when you're able to control a district, so how much popularity it was. The people will celebrate you, right? So this is the way how UPSC is so important. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? யூபிஎஸ்சி உடைய ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டியே அதான். ஓகே சார், என்னால முடியுமா சார்னா கண்டிப்பா முடியும். ஸோ ஹவு ஐ ஷுட் ஸ்டார்ட் சார், நான் எங்க இருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கணும்? Now you're in a final years, sorry, now you're in a first years. In the final year, you have to kickstart your preparation. But now what I should study? Okay, sir, whether I should start in the final year? No. Now you have to start with a newspaper reading. So this is what I'm coming to say. You should know about newspaper reading. Daily you should read news, not all the vulgar news. You should read Hindu newspaper. Okay, you should read newspaper. You should read the national and also international news. This national and international news definitely will come to you. Got it? So if you are in UG, if you are from history or if you are from sociology, definitely that effects will be coming in your civil service examination. So newspaper reading is must. And after newspaper reading, okay, you have to go for NCRTs. These NCRT books are all available in the markets. Okay, NCRT books are the books. These books will give you the basic, right from the 6th to 10th, 6th NCRT to 12th standard NCRT, you should study. Daily you should study. These are all the basics you would have read in your school days. That is what I am saying. So newspaper reading is must. NCRT reading is must. In addition to this, you people should have a habit of writing journals. Okay, you should start reading. You should kickstart your preparation. Okay, so this is the time. Okay, you are in the first year or maybe in the second year. Okay, you can plan well. Okay, you take IITs. Okay, you take IITs. The people, the students, they will start prepare right from the 8th standard. There are certain peoples for NEET or for medicine, they will prepare for 2 to 3 years. So UPSC, okay, if you want to become a civil servant, if you want to serve this country, if you want to do a change, definitely you should start your preparation right from here today. இன்னைக்கு பண்ணணும். ஒண்ணுமே இது கம்பசூத்திரம்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. It is not as tough like சிலப்பதிகாரம் or சீவக சிந்தாமணி. This is not rocket engineering. Please remember, it is not the intellectual will get selected in this examination. Not at all. The intellectuals of the intellects won't get selected in this examination. This examination needs only common sense. Only common sense. You should be able to come up. You should be able to give up the best common sense. You should be able to how you are handling your pressures, how you are coming up. Okay, so for what you are giving preferences, this exam matters. That got it, my dears. And I want to tell you, these are all the important thing you need to understand. You see, the questions are all so simple. You would know about Siachen Glacier, right? This is a geography question. Okay, you can see the questions. Okay, Siachen Glacier, it is the world highest military ground. You know that Siachen Glacier, it is in India. Theriyuma Siachen Glacier. Okay, it is in India. Okay, it is in Jammu and Kashmir. So they are asked, where is the Siachen Glacier? You know, it is in India. You see, east of Aksai Sin. This is a geography question. Consider this is Jammu and Kashmir and also Ladakh. Okay, Jammu and Kashmir, this is Ladakh. Okay, in Ladakh, there was a place called Aksai Sin. Okay, நீங்க newspaper la படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. Aksai Sin was the area where China were captured some parts of Aksai Sin. So they are giving whether the Siachen Glacier is in China, it is in Aksai Sin. No, it is not in the east of Aksai Sin. Okay, they are saying the Siachen Glacier in east of Aksai Sin, whether it is there Here? No, it is not here. This is present here. Siachen is present here. East of Leh. Okay, capital is Ladakh, capital is Leh. Okay, so it is not all. It is also wrong. North of Gilgit Baltistan. Gilgit Baltistan comes here. Okay, it is north and Kekranga. No, there was a place called Nubra Valley. This Nubra Valley's north is the Siachen Glacier. This is a question. So you know where is Aksesson. Even I accept, you know where is Aksesson, where is Leh. Okay, you can eliminate two options, but the two options, the remaining two options, you know, that is the option that you need to have a common sense, that you need to have an understanding. There you need to have a subject knowledge. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? இப்படிதான் கேட்பாங்க. You take another question. Among the following, which one of the largest exporter of rice in the world in the last 5 years? You know rice itself. Okay, the answer is India. You see the word, the largest exporter of rice in the world in the last 5 years. Before 5 years, who is the largest exporter of rice? You know, it was China. So if you would have read, if you would have studied in your school days that China is the largest exporter of rice, okay, you have to update yourself. After the last 5 years, India was the largest exporter of rice. So this is the answer. ஏற்கனவே படிச்சிருப்பீங்கப்பா சைனான்னு. China is the world largest exporter of rice. Though we are all the largest consumer of rice. Okay, China also the largest consumer of rice. Fried rice சாப்பிடுறீங்கல்ல, do you know it is an Indian product? Fried rice originates in Myanmar. It spreads in Myanmar, Indochina. You know, in the Southeast Asia தான் fried rice உருவாச்சு. Chinese were the one who popularized fried rice. And another importance, do you know Italy? The Italy is not our Indian product. It was the Indonesian Myanmar product. When our Cholas went and captured Indonesia, Vietnam, you know, Myanmar, நம்ம ஆளுங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, எங்க போனாலும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய சாப்பாட்டை தான் காப்பி அடிச்சுட்டு வருவாங்க. So Italy, it came to India during the 12th century common era. Okay, during the 12th, 13th century common era, only Italy came to India, especially our South India. Our Cholas were the one who credits this. அதனாலதான் நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, Italy is one of, you know, it's today it is one of the most important South Indian food. But you should know about the history of it. Everything it has got a history. So likewise, China also the exporter and the consumer of rice, but the last 5 years it was the India. Okay, this is the understanding. There is another question. It is, you know, these are all the question will come in your history. Kakatiya kingdom. Kakatiya means where? Andhra Pradesh. The Kakatiya kingdom are the one who ruled in the 13th century common era. இவ்வளோலாம் நீங்க படிக்கணும்னே அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. There was an actress, Anushka. She has acted some 4 years before. Rudrama Devi. There was a movie called Rudrama Devi, you know. So this Rudrama Devi was the queen of Kakatiya kingdom. Okay, they are asking, tell me any seaport. Okay, you see all these were all, you know, seaports of Andhra Pradesh only. But a proper knowledge in your subject, it will give you a right conclusion. Muttupalli was the most important seaport. Okay, which one of the following is not a Harappan site? This and all you will study history, especially for history students. Okay, these questions are also important. When you are studying history in your UG, definitely you will be studying this. Which one of the following is not a Harappan site? Not Gekra. You know, Harappa site, it is also called as Indus Valley civilization. Chanwadaro is what we call it as a Harappan site. Kodiji was a Harappan site. Desalpur was a Harappan site. Shogunauru, it is not a Harappan site. Okay, so this and all, you will come to a conclusion when you have a basic understanding. Okay, you can take an environment. Okay, do you know, I will tell you what are all the subject you will study for UPSC. You know, history you will study, geography you will study, environment you will study, polity, Indian polity you will study, Indian economy you will study, current affairs you will study. Okay, so these are all, and you know, these are all the most important areas you will study actually. Okay, so history, geography, these are all the one you already read in your school days, right? Okay, you see, these are all this is environmental question, a newspaper question. When you study newspaper, you will come to a conclusion. You see carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. Which of the emissions, or today we are facing, you know, Delhi, today you take, okay, in India, almost 20 plus cities, okay, were the most populated cities in the Asia and also in the world. Okay, so what is the reason for it? There are so many reasons we can, you know, we can say, but which of the following or which of the above is the emissions of from the coal combustion they are asking. Okay, coal combustion from thermal power plant, or thermal power plant la irundhu coal combustion பண்ணும்போது என்ன நடக்குது? What are all the gases will come out? Okay, so these are all the gases will come out. So this is a basic understanding. So simple. Carbon dioxide will come. Yes, it is contributing for greenhouse, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur. So this is why I ask you to study for current affairs, Hindu. Okay, this basic information you will study in Hindu. So likewise, these are all the examples of objective type. You can see the examples from mains question. You can see safeguarding the Indian heritage is the need of the moment discussed. So they will be asking in 10 mark. Okay, why is Indian regional navigation satellite system needed? This is the 2018 question, because in the 2018, okay, our Indian government, our ISRO has sent a IRNSS satellite. Okay, so they are asking why it is important. You should be able to tell. Why is India taking keen interest in the resources of Arctic region? This is another question. Okay, Arctic region, it consists of 8 countries. Okay, and these 8 countries famous for so many glaciers were all famous here. So due to the climate change, due to the melting of glaciers, these 8 countries resources were all coming up. So many natural gases were all present there. So India need the Arctic resources. India was not in the Arctic country, it is a tropical country. So India need to have a friendship with the Arctic countries, which are all the countries, 8 countries. Okay, Sweden, Norway, Finland. Okay, so like this, you need to have a basic understanding. You can see the next question. Caste system is assuming new identities and associational forms. Hence, caste system cannot be eradicated in India. They are openly saying caste system cannot be eradicated in India. Okay, you should critically analyze whether caste system should be eliminated, whether it cannot be eliminated. If cannot be eliminated, what is the reason behind it? So this is the way how they will ask you in mains examination. So why civil service examination? You will be the part of the government, a policy maker. Remember, my dears, the politicians don't know much. The politicians will surely rely on you, because civil services, the most important part of civil services is policy making. Policy making is nothing but you take national educational policy today. It was, you take a environment impact assessment. So who are all the one making this? Do you think who are all the one who are all making this? Do you think it was the politicians? No, politicians, they don't know. Okay, background of the politicians. Okay, behind the screens there will be some IAS officers. Those IAS officers will be the policy makers. So this is how it goes actually. Okay, so this is how civil service, can I do it? Yes, you can do it. So UPSC requires a candidate who handle emotion intelligence, take decisions towards the benefit of a society, and a good administrator. Okay, so these are all the way I want to conclude. And this is you can see Mussoorie. Okay, this is what we call it as LEPSANA. In the top image, LEPSANA, Lal Bahadur Shastri, National Academy for Administration. So this is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Police Training Academy, Hyderabad. Okay, so these two were all the temples of civil servants. So this is where the peoples were, educated. This is where they get practical training. Okay, and you can see, the peoples, they will go for one of the most and also the elite jobs. Okay, so wish you all the best, my dears. So you can kickstart your preparation right now onwards. You can start reading newspapers and also the NCERTs. Okay, so with this I complete this workshop. Okay, I am fast, but I hope that I have concluded what I want to say. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, the students, I hope that you have listened what he said, brother, mentor. Okay, that is the
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
See, thank you, Sankar. I like to thank our chiefs, the guest like our my academic kid, that guest speaker, Mr. Sankar, visiting and enlightening the students with his knowledge. It was full of knowledge and interesting things, informative thing he has shared with us. It gave the deep insights into the topic, and also what he has said, particularly that he explained that of civil servants, right, the officers. And before start, he gave the introduction, the way he motivated you, really I liked much. So once again, I like to thank to Mr. Sankar, and I also thank to our college management. They only gave the permission to me to conduct such a workshop. I also thank my dear students who participated this. Once again, I thank you all. Thank you. Thanks a lot.